tool to lock down the 80 carry, you're going to have to get through Cannon. The Gunblade is actually going to be relatively valuable. You'll see what he ends up building, but there's a lot of rumors and rumblings right now of a lot of solo queue Gunblade being played for Cannon.
Utilizing their lane advantages.
Yeah.
Grab this neutral objective. Man, they're playing good wolf.
Yeah, this is a great start here for DRX, and like frankly, the fact that they used their summoners early could have been a problem if there was a big fight there, but they backed away from that one where the junglers both showed up, right? You mentioned the Aqua Prison synergy with Canyon on the Pantheon. They were like, okay, let's walk away from this one. Disadvantage that he has. That was almost a kill's worth of gold in the lead. Grub's up now.
Yep. And there is a wave to be picked up by Geo as well. As okay, there's a pulverize as Canyon throws up the shield to try and keep himself safe. The flash out of the way. There's the shockwave. And Canyon looking in a whole lot of trouble. That's Willa locking down the kill. And first blood over to DRX.
DRX looking great in this opening game here.
You've got Willa now in the jungle as well. Vincenzo alongside him, but it's Willa that's starting here today. As Canyon will be the one to get on in here and take away at least one of these grubs. Willa can possibly go for a little bit of a late invade on this, but decides not to as Chovy had been roaming over anyway. So close to that 1,000 gold still here for DRX. We don't have any quest completions just yet. We'll be getting closer and closer to that as the flash forward, but the stun is really good. Slice and dice as Keen still looking for it. Doesn't quite manage to get that Ruthless Predator off.
Level 6. Willer once again is going to use this Prio a second time to grab control of this Drake, and they're going to get a 2 Drake lead off of this double Dragon at the start. And Canyon can try to make a play onto Rich, but look at how quickly he's pushed that up. He's relatively safe here. Yeah, that's their only cross map.
Yeah, Gen.G just kind of caught napping right now in this game, and Willa going to be able to take this one. We'll have a look at what our next... Oh my, Earth, Wind, and Fire again? First game yesterday, first game today. Oh my goodness, it's my birthday. I love this.
All right, going to go for Rich.
Canyon is just going to kill Rich. That's what he's going to opt in for here, and Rich is going to do his best, but yeah, Slicing Maelstrom not going to be doing too much. Well, Canyon can move in and does have the Grand Starfall as well. They are looking for a fight here by the looks of things. Tidal Wave available. There's the flash out by Pulverize, though. It's a Sandal that decides to go in onto Ruler. The heal comes through, though, and he's now kept himself safe as Keen from the top side, and now it's Gen.G's turn to put their weight into the fight. Let's see what they can find. A Slicing Maelstrom does absolutely nothing. The flash forward from Canyon, and the flash away from Rich is going to keep him alive as now Chovy looks for his angle, decides not to pull the trigger on the flash, and just gets rid of all of DRX. And Gen.G says, this is my Herald.
It's incredible this game is a 2-kill game.
Yeah.
And nobody dies, but it is the big prize of the Herald that goes over to Gen.G here. All in attempt.
Yeah, G looking for that angle there as Ruler does have his barrier, uses it, but it's not to the full effect. Relatively close to the turret, so he's absolutely fine. As Canyon has started this dragon off, Willer in the area. That is sole point for DRX if they're going to go for it. As you do have Rich moving up there from the bottom side as now Andal goes in. I don't know about that one as he does get put into that bubble. And now has to use the ultimate. Won't have that for this upcoming fight, which could be a big problem. Tidal Wave to lock down Willer as now Chovy gets the Emperor's Divide, finds the bottom lane, and wipes them out. Willer now in trouble as well, and that should guarantee the dragon. Gen.G were a little sleepy at the beginning of this game, but I think, Wolf, they have woken up.
Yeah, it's Chovy again finding this angle. He had the back into the TP into the last fight. Wasn't able to catch them when he came in, but was able to guarantee that DRX needed to be so far away from the Herald, and then this time actually sets up the kill onto the flashless Yunara. And now Rich is the next target here. Does not have his Slicing Maelstrom, and he is not long for this world.
He is very dead. Chovy going to be grabbing his next one. 2-0-1 now on the Azir. 500 gold lead. As you can see, Gen.G going to augment that with a Drake take as well. Quadra Infernal, if this game does go that long, could be pretty impressive.
For the freebie, could see him come down here, look for it, knows there's no flash on the Yunara, has the perfect shuffle in, grabs a bonus Alistair for his troubles.
Yep, no flash required as well, so we'll have that for the upcoming fight at the same time. Sounds very, very frightening. But Rich could also get himself into a pretty dangerous position, as you can see, trying to kite Keen out here. And the Dominus is going to come through, Slicing Maelstrom in response. As Rich is still dangerous, but it's Willa that's moving in first now, but still just a solo bolo for Keen. And Canyon going to come down and help out. There is the stun, and down will go Willa for the double. And man, we were saying that Rich could be a point of power. Well, that has gone. All kind of slipped away. We'll see whether they can do anything about it, because it just feels like this game has just been taken by Gen.G.
Third and final coach voice is used here for DRX for the last moments.
Oh. Tidal Wave was a little bit expectant there from Duro. Doesn't quite find the angle as well. That was really cute. Chovy, though, just going to throw you Cal away. The Slice Maelstrom comes in, but that is going to be the double for Rich. comes in and wipes them out. Ruler now able to answer back with the kill onto the Yunaras. Rich is now looking to wipe him out. He will be able to do so. He's now looking for some fish food as Dura will be taken. And he heard what we were saying after he got solo killed. Well, the killer is right here now and looking to try and tidy up. They're looking to kite him though, and Keen's in trouble. Pulverize comes down. It's a quadra from Rich.
All right, we were saying it may have been Gen.G's game to lose. They very, very well have lost at least the lead. And I'm looking at this game state thinking, okay, how do DRX win? Maybe a pick in the side lane here could be a first start.
Yeah, Slurkle going to come on through there as now Chovy does find the Emperor's Divide onto Gio, who's tanking up the turret, but it does not matter. That is just going to be Willa turning up, helping Gio grab himself the kill. That will also take down this turret. Keen doing the same thing towards the bottom side of the map, and it looks like a Dragon in trade as well.
I mean, they've got to start Baron right now. They have to make a snap call. There's no coach voice for this one. You're out, used all three. And let's see. Okay, we're going to see the teleport over here from UCal. They are going to stick the Baron. They've got one more chance at this game. This could be what wins it for them if they can secure this.
Yeah, this could be a big deal. It's already down to 50% as Ruler and Dura, they know exactly what's going on. Andal waiting offside though, as you can see, Canyon will be showing up. Keen gets here as well. Canyon trying to get himself into this pit. Can he actually flash for it? The answer is no. They take down the cow immediately though, and DRX, they're just looking to try and get themselves out after securing this Baron. And if they just lose the cow, 100% worth. If they lose Willer as well, probably still worth.
I mean, Chovy's TPing in to try to rush down this turret. He is in his ear. And DRX hang on in this game. Still 2,500 gold behind. It's even Drake's now. But this Yunara becomes a bigger and bigger threat as we go on. And the team fighting power of this cannon can be realized fully with a flank, with a nice TP. DRX are like, all right, well, if you guys don't come over, I will kill this turret in about 2 seconds flat. So that's a lot of gold sitting there for the taking, as well as a lot of map control. And they will just get this group up and take it.
Oh, the flash forward from Willa doesn't actually get enough. As Ruler was able to get that Valkyrie off in time, that could have been a huge moment. Decides not to commit the flash, and they do have this tower falling down in the bottom lane, sorry, in the top lane, as well as the bottom. As you can see, Rich was taking care of that one, as now Ruler stepping forward, taking matters into his own hands here, as the Arc of Judgment not doing quite, sorry, the Arc of Ruin not quite doing enough there from Gio.
Well, I think that's the problem that DRX are somehow going to solve, not to mention that Chovy is massive as well and has an arm guard. Both carries so safe for Gen.G.
Well, Canyon just going to make his way in, as now UCal has to flash to get himself out of the way. Gio slowed down so he cannot get into the fight, and Andal, he's tanking up so much, but there's no one to follow up. Rich this time couldn't make his way in despite having flash up and available, and now it's Willa that's in a lot of trouble. They do find that fantastic shockwave, but it's just not enough. Keen gets in there, Chovy gets the Emperor's Divide, which will turn UCal golden, but unfortunately that does not avoid death. That's a clean ace, and Gen.G are just going to run over them.
All right, I guess it just isn't going to be that long back and forth game. The back and forth ends on Gen.G's fourth.
A relatively short back and forth. Let's go with that, because it was definitely back and forth. However, if you lose a fight like that at this time of the game, you will just lose the game. Inhibitor goes down, and Gen.G will be able to take down these turrets. But I imagine they are also impressed with how DRX played this game, especially in the early stages. This is a new roster that has a lot of pieces that haven't quite gelled together yet. And I didn't really have a whole lot of hope for this squad moving into 2026, and I have so much more now. I mean, I'm a little bit worried, though, at the lack of damage on the DRX side, right? Like, so much of this is going to come from UCal, and he is very single target. Because as soon as Christmas is over, then it becomes like, you know,
no, Alice,
300 days until next Christmas.
Gingerbread cookies in the inventory, it's still Christmas season. Nobody's ever eaten a gingerbread cookie outside of the holiday season, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're just not quite as good because they're obviously a bit stale. But they are still fine. We do have a little bit of a battle here as Ruler, Arcane shifting forward, finds the stun though to Andal, as Ruler now going to flash over the top of Gio, will be able to lock down the kill. Grabs that one for first blood and is looking for another. Stays alive by getting into the brush to avoid dying to the minions.
2 kills here to Gen.G. So the initial setup here is on to Gio. First shot, right? He's trying so hard to get that 4th shot out. Flash is on him.
Man,
he's so close to it. And then Leona here gets the stun, gets into the brush, the minion aggro is dropped. Ruler's going to easily be able to sidestep that one. I think that the discussion probably was around setting up for this dragon with the prio they have on bottom side, as that is exactly what they are doing now. Canyon is on vision, but he's also very aware that no one can really come over here and stop him. He has flash and ult, and he is ready to use it. UCal He's creeping over, but I don't know if he should be.
Yeah, he's on vision himself, but you got the miasma going down. There's the knock-up onto Chovy, remember. Doesn't have the flash. True Shot Barrage sails through, though, as UCal has to flash away. Does manage to find the petrifying gaze, but it is still going to be him that falls down. And the Cyclone is going to lock up the Bard as well. So sad meep sounds and 2 kills to Gen.G.
I mean, UCal went for the 1 in a million play there on trying to shut down the Wukong. It was very cool. It did still not work, unfortunately, for him. It looked very impressive, the timing of that miasma coming out, or petrifying gaze.
There is the barrier going to be used as G now looking for it. Oh, the reloading! So problematic!
Upgraded his clip.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Wait, actually, no way. If he, okay, he saves it.
I mean, Duro's coming in, there's the flash out, and Andrew just slaps him down. Just overstaying the welcome is now Keen. Could actually be there, the flash forward, and Rich is able to lock down the solo bolo. Chovy is going to be able to answer it here most likely, and we'll just need another Q or 2, and Rich will be going down. Does get the Soul Furnace, so we'll be buying a little bit more time as, oh, don't tell me he gets out. Do not tell me he does not get out, thank goodness.
Well, in exchange, UCal is going to grab that outer plate.
He takes the Magical Journey out.
Yeah, the Electrocute Bard Jin lane did not generate the lead that DRX were looking for in this one.
Yeah, getting cleanly duo killed was probably not the thing they wanted. As Tempered Fate goes down, Curtain Call comes in as well as now Gen.G looking to try and turn it. The Cyclone is enough just to kill Andil outright as now Willa inside the Cataclysm, but who's trapped in where with who is now Jiu looking for a little bit, but Ruler is right behind him, and now Canyon just going to transfer over towards killing UCal to keep himself safe. True Shot Barrage onto Jiu, the flash forward from Chovy, the easy 1-2 punch here as Gen.G throw out the alley-oop, and it's 8-2.
This time it'll be Gen.G's. And I just don't think there's a real contest in this one. DRX tried last time.
Well, let's see what they can actually get done here. It's actually Ruler that takes down the Dragon. Tempest Fate does nothing, and down goes the Bard. Now Willer is in a lot of trouble himself as he has to flash to get himself out of the way. UCal not going to be so lucky. Petrifying Gaze onto 2, but it does not matter. There is no follow-up, and that is another couple of kills swiftly going over to Gen.G as all of their quests have now been completed. And Jiu does get a bit of a wave shoved in towards this turret, but I don't think in the neutral he's really going to be able to fight against Ruler here as Willer comes down, does find the Cataclysm.
Ruler has flash and barrier, and Jiu is reloading again. Ruler's like, try me.
Oh no. Well, he will find that bullet. Ruler is going to have to possibly use something to get out of the way, but there was no vision, and so therefore it is just not going to happen. Canyon moves in, but he's just trying to deter them from sticking around. And yeah, we don't need to look at the top lane. It's not all that interesting as Andil might be dead again as Shield of Daybreak, not actually quite enough there, but they're just going to follow him through his magical journey. So there goes the Bard once more.
You know, the analogy, you miss every shot you don't take, doesn't necessarily mean you need to take every shot. Jiu has been, certainly he's been pulling it out. Every time he gets a chance, he's going to escape here, but his turret is not long for this world. Rich is getting collapsed on. And that candle analogy, you know, maybe it's a bucket of water this time for Gen.G.
Well, you can see Rich is just bailing himself out of there as Gio is also going to die. Chovy and Ruler making short work of the Jin. The Scion, as we can see, is defecting. Just thinking that maybe Gen.G is going to be the right call for this game. But he is just going to be able to make it out. Cute little use of the Unstoppable Onslaught to make sure that he is going to survive. But Gen.G, in the meantime, will be taking the Rift Herald, and it's a 7,000 gold lead. I mean, DRX overloaded the bot side. They had a few extra members there. But now Dura is actually going to go for this, as now UCal could be in trouble. The flash out of the way from the Tempered Fate means that UCal is just dead, and Willa tries to get back towards that side of the play. As okay, Duro, straight underneath the turret, is actually surviving for a very long time and uses the Rift Herald to get himself to safety. Willa is going to be ran over by the Rift. What the heck was those coach comms? They go into Duro's ear and say, all right, can you just pilot the Rift Herald to murder someone as you are almost definitely going to go down, and then watch Ruler get a solo kill in the mid lane. That was probably not what was said, but we did hear that he was giving Duro tips.
Yes. Wow, that was everything. I was going to say that was something, but I think it was actually quite
That was everything. A lot of things.
Yeah. Canyon to get the charge, reboot into the Herald, and then turn around and grab the kill. The Ruler's just making a highlight reel over here.
Yeah, he is. Willa might be able to kill him. He did have the barrier available, though. There's a Cataclysm avoided, and Ruler outplays him to pick up the double solo. Rich is going to turn up, and that's going to make it too hard as Deadly Flourish does come down. But I think the damage has been done as G is immediately punished now for killing Prince Ruler, and Canyon will be able to deal with that as he flashes forward to pick that one up. Now Rich, oh, they just left. As Yuka was teleporting in,
yeah,
that's why.
TP is just a little bit too late. I want an instant replay of the fan cam.
A pretty good game one as well. So, I mean,
recency bias means my prediction is Ruler's going to get it, because, I mean, watch this.
I mean, he does this, right?
Yeah.
And that might be enough just to get it regardless. Man, that was a sick outplay. What was that, is what he said. We're being a bit disingenuous. We don't want that. This game is borderline over. As Canyon is going to get engaged on here. Let's see whether he can find something as the Cyclone does get a couple of knockups. Surviving for a very long time, however, will be taken out. But look at these health bars. They're so low. Great sidestep there from Chovy at the same time. Does get interrupted, so he's not realm warping away, but that might be a dangerous thing as he gets a big old shield from the Seraphs, and in goes everyone. Ruler's now showed up. That's a bunch of extra money. I mean, Giu does manage to get the kill onto Chovy, so that is a big deal for picking up that cash, but I just don't think it's going to be worth it when Ruler is going to be picking up his 9th kill in a couple of moments.
Yeah, I mean, does this really change the landscape of POM votes that much? Like, it was really impressive from Chovy, but it wasn't an actualizer highlight, you know? It was,
yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, he ghosted, which is cool on the patch. I mean, yeah, Ruler killed a Scion, so that's not really like that many points in his corner either.
Oh, but he tanked the zombie Scion, which I think is a big deal. As he died. As we've got a little bit of a fight here towards the top side. There's a public execution. Tempered Fate locks up a few of them. But unfortunately, Andal is still going to die. Yukal also looking a bit worse for wear as it's a triple kill already for Ruler. And let's see whether he can lock down the Penta this time. Rich is going to go down for the Quadra, and Giu is just running for the hills. Another denied Penta here for Ruler. Unfortunately, they are still going to run after him. But
I think
what are the odds?
The game will last long enough for that to come through. Oh, Jin versus Turret. Turret wins!
Oh no, there's the Penta! There's the Penta! Unofficial Penta for Ruler! Put it on the stats page!
Oh my god, turn it off, I can't!
Yeah.
Oh god.
It didn't feel great for anyone, I think, involved, as Ruler does one shot towards that turret to do 1 billion damage to it. Willa almost just dies as an afterthought, as in goes Canyon, finds the Cyclone, and down goes Willa. Now Ruler is moving forward. Tempered Fate does not find him, but Petrifying Gaze, it does. Public Execution gets right in amongst it, as it's a double for Ruler so far. Chovy grabbing a kill himself. And man, this Ruler guy is pretty good at this video game. 17, 2, and 6, and finally, Gen.G will put DRX out of their misery.
Yeah, pretty quick game 2 here. 24 minutes in. Game 1 a lot more interesting. DRX decided to send it big on those 2 Dragon fights. They came up with nothing.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.